Okay, this is going to be a little different than usual, but we're moving, so I need to get this stuff done a little faster. But I've been meaning to show everybody some like small space hacks, and so I'm going to go room by room and do that. And we're starting in my bathroom because it's the smallest room, so it'll be the fastest. Don't mind that it's a little messy because we are, like I said, moving, so it's gotten a little. The house is just getting a little messy because we're very stressed. The move is unexpected, so it came out of nowhere that we are suddenly moving. So we're definitely it's stressful. So I'm gonna show you guys my hacks for this bathroom, and when we eventually move, I will probably end up loading more videos about small space hacks in a new place. But here's what we have in this bathroom. So yes, it is Disney themed. That's a curtain I made for our window and then I put up. So this is just like that soap and water sticky stuff peels right off just to give us some privacy but still let the sun in. And let me open my curtain a little. We've got a phone holder thing because all of us like to watch or listen to things in the shower. My daughter has her toys, so we've got 2 pockets for toys, and then that's her soap and shampoo combo and her conditioner. Behind that is the hair stick we use to put her hair up after her hair is done so we can, wash her properly. And then over here we've got shelves for like my shampoo and conditioner and my husband's soap and all of that stuff. And we've got a lowerable, what's that called? Shower head, so that the baby can, well, she's not a baby, she's 5.5, but so she can use that to rinse herself off a little better. We have it on a suction cup so it'll lower and she can have it, at her height if she wants, that sort of thing. And then our razors hang right there. That way we don't use these shelves because these shelves just suck. They everything constantly falls off them, so I do my best not to use them. And then that little thing right there's another one behind the shower head attached to these, which I use when we need to hang dry clothes, or like on a snow day we go out and we get the snow pants and the snow boots and the snow coats and the hats and the mittens and all of the things, and they get wet and I don't need to wash them. I certainly don't need to dry them in the dryer, but they are wet and I don't want it all over the house, so I put them in there so it's already in the tub. The water's just going to drain down the drain, and the clothesline doesn't bother us while we're in the shower because you just, see if I can demonstrate. But yeah, you just, bad angle for this, but yeah, you just pull it out like that, attach it to your thingy on the other side. Nice little clothesline. It's very nice, very convenient. So that's our shower situation. This, let me turn it this way so you can see, is a custom shelf that my husband built because we have a baseboard heater underneath, so we needed the open, I think that's chicken wire, I think that's what he used to let the heat in, but we needed a shelf as well, so he custom built this to fit the space. But in there it's just cabinets for our towels. I'm not gonna bother opening it, it's literally just a cabinet. I remember it wasn't very difficult for him to build. It was literally like 4 pieces of wood, nail them together or screw them together, get a couple of hinges for the doors, which we could have left open but we decided not to, and then the chicken wire, and then he used what's it called, crown molding to hold the chicken wire onto the shelf thing. So that's been very helpful. It's also sturdy enough that our 5-year-old will stand on it sometimes, when we're drying her off or she's brushing her teeth and she wants to look in the mirror or whatever, she'll stand on it, and it's very sturdy. It's great. We love it. We have hooks on the doors for our towels. There's 4 hooks because there's 4 of us in the house, so each of us gets a hook. That's just more decor, no biggie. This basket behind here, it looks really pretty. Well, except for that broken bit that I can pull off probably, or not, whatever. That broken bit, but otherwise it's very pretty, you know, but it doesn't look bad on our shelf, but it normally, I have to do the laundry, it normally holds my daughter's towels because she has her own special towels that have her favorite characters on them. And they're smaller than our towels, so I can fit them in there. And then it looks nice, but it gives us a little extra space. These things right here they're from Dollar Tree. They're like craft baskets or something. I don't remember what they call them at Dollar Tree. But we got them at Dollar Tree and we painted them white. And we tried command strips. That wasn't strong enough with the 5-year-old trying to get things in and out of them. We didn't want to screw them in, so we used super glue, and that's why this side is missing one, because we tried to screw it, and we just didn't, it didn't work well. It made a hole, obviously, that we didn't want in there, all of that. So then we decided to super glue it instead, and then the side of it broke, and so then my husband just kind of ripped it off because it was broken. We couldn't use it anymore, and then we were going to replace it, but now we're moving, so we're not going to. And so on this side, I have 2 hair towels, and our hand towels. Like I said, it's laundry day, so sorry for everything being empty, but things have fallen by the wayside. And then these 3 are all for my daughter has a billion character washcloths that she uses. And she also has 2 hair towels, and so those stay in there. And so I just roll them up real tight, and I can fit 8 of those like magic towels that you get from Dollar Tree that, you know, they come in like a little package just like this big, and then you get it wet and it like expands. I can fit 8 of them. If I roll them properly and tightly, I can fit 8 in each box. So that's that. And then in here, in here is just our cabinet of, you know, toothpaste and first aid and that kind of stuff. Well, the basics, but so we've got this drawer set, which has all of our toothpaste in it, and my husband's beard balm, all that stuff. This one has my menstrual cups and discs and stuff, and our thermometer. This is just like cough drops, and then I think I have my husband's shaver that he never uses in there. Our deodorants, our blueberry bag that has all of our blueberry supplies. Blueberry is a pediatric app thing. I'm not going to go into that. And then I got these drawers from Dollar Tree, and they just hold like our razor heads, some miscellaneous medicines, our flossers and ear cleaners, like that kind of stuff. This holds all of my menstrual underwears, so I can keep them in here where I will actually be using them. And so that's all that. And then this is just, I've got this basket to hold like, you know, ibuprofen and under the tongue thermometer, triple antibiotic, that kind of stuff. And then I use, say this is a box of tampons, and then this was an empty one, but it was still really sturdy. So I use it for my daughter's bath bombs and bath sprinkles and all of that kind of stuff. So it just holds all of that. I got this from Dollar Tree, and it's Band-Aids. And it's not closed properly. There we go. And anytime I get her Band-Aids, no matter what kind of Band-Aids they are, I get her character Band-Aids, and I put them in there, and it holds a ton of them, and it's easy enough for her to open and close, but it also just stays closed so that, you know, the Band-Aids don't go everywhere. And then I keep our Band-Aids in these because they just, oh, sorry, I'm not good with the camera and I'm using my phone. So, this is how I keep our Band-Aids. I've got 2 of them that just hold our Band-Aids and everything so that they just take up less space than the boxes, and they're sturdier, and if for some reason everything gets wet, they don't, destroyed. So that's our basic, like, it's just an over the toilet cabinet. Like, it was here when we moved in. That's just all of it. That's like our stuff that we use daily or like semi-daily, or we would want really, really fast. Like the thermometer that I don't use on a regular basis necessarily, but it's something that I'm going to want quickly so that, if I have a fussy toddler, or, well, she's not a toddler anymore, right? 5.5. I think that's kid, not toddler. But if I have a fussy kid, who thinks she has a fever, I can just grab it quick. I don't have to go hunting for it. I have this little shelf for my daughter next to the toilet, and it just holds, we keep her seasonal books in the thing there. That gives her something to do in the bathroom, and keeps it out of the way. But, we switch it out regularly. We switch it out with the seasons or the holidays, and that's that. We also have a hair clip there because she and I both have long enough hair that we have to put it up before we go to the bathroom. Enough said. Her little stool is over there. You can see it tucked in the corner of the red thing. That's her stool, so that she can reach the sink now by herself, but sometimes she wants to look in the mirror, so she can grab that. And a trash can, I don't need to show you that. And then there's our toilet brush. And we have a fly swatter because for the longest time we had a fly problem in this bathroom. So we hung the bracket there so we could kill the flies while we're in the bathroom. Life's been weird. This cabinet I got on Amazon, and it's really small. You can see the toilet paper roll. The door doesn't technically close all the way. Like, it's still got just a little bit, but it does hold the, what are they, mega toilet rolls or whatever, pretty well. And it holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the one on top. It did have, when we first bought it, it had like this thing on top so that the top would like swing open almost like a cabinet door, and then the toilet paper would like be in there, but it just was annoying and it broke. But we just keep our toilet paper there because it's the only place we have for it. But it fit in that spot perfectly. I'm not sure we can get it out when we move. That's how perfectly it fit. So there's that. We have little hangy thing for her toothbrush, and this, I use regular toothbrushes with it, but it's the Hum by Colgate, I think. And it comes with an app, and it teaches her how to brush her teeth. It's great. It's amazing. Not cheap to buy the piece, but like I said, I don't use their replacement brushes. I just fit any old toothbrush in there. And then the little nodes here just follow her in the app while she's brushing, so that she can make sure that she's getting all of her teeth. And then we have this, which I would like to switch out for a bluey one, but again, we're moving, so I'm waiting. But it just shows her the steps of cleaning her hands, just to keep her reminded. I just put our soap container in a pretty mug thing that I got because I didn't want to use it as a mug, but it fit the theme in our bathroom, so I put it there. I've got this little shelf. I was putting some, like I would keep our toothpaste there or whatever on here, but I noticed, because this shelf came from Dollar Tree, and it would collect the water and it would get gross. And so I was like, nope, it's just for decoration. If, you want to use it for something else, like, that would be fine. But for us, for our family, for what we were trying to use it for, it just didn't work. We've got our Google and a wax warmer. Those are old hairbrushes. I don't use them anymore. They're just decorative. I've got that little cup to hold all of the adult toothbrushes. And then that's just decoration. That's beautiful. Our hand towel, which I need to replace, but I need to do the laundry. Over here, I usually have more, but again, we're packing up to move. but there's like this little space. It's literally like this big of a space, but I just kind of shove our scale and that gray wrinkly netty thing is I don't know what you call it. It's like it's like suction cups to the tub on the side, so that when she's playing in the tub instead of shower, she has this side of the tub as like a shelf and the water won't go like over it. So it just gives her a little more play area and stuff, which is nice. Nothing too special, just, nice. And now we come to my as organized as it can be under the sink cabinet. So as you can see, it is wowza. But I do try to keep it organized, but it's hard because it's just this big open space with a pipe in the middle. So this bin is the basic first aid stuff that fits in that. I've got like a shoebox thing behind all of this. I'm not going to dig it out. That's got some of our bigger items, but this has like some of our overflow triple antibiotics and like the little nose suckery things you get for babies, and like, well, I don't know if I have one of those anymore, but I used to, in there, that kind of thing. This has all of my exfoliation gloves that I like to use, and those little hair tie towel things that you can get for when you're doing like face masks and stuff. I've got that behind it. I don't know if you can see it. Behind it is another bin, and it's just kind of got random stuff in it. A lot of this is just random. I try to keep like things together. So like this is all of our, like any hair dye I've collected over the years that I probably need to check if it's expired now that I think about it, but like our hair scissors and like that kind of stuff. And this basket has big items like our aloe for when we get sunburns and that sort of thing. And then let's see if I can, there we go. This is a 3-drawer set, and I just have like my bath bombs and my bath pearls and my face masks and those sorts of things in that. Fit really well. I get most of my bath stuff from like Dollar Tree. I try to do their natural stuff from there, and they fit like perfectly in those drawers. So I do that. Yeah, I think that's about it in the bathroom. I mean, bathroom isn't anything special. Like, it's kind of boring, but it was a good place to start for all of my small space hacks. So yeah, this definitely took a lot longer than I thought it would. Sorry about that. This was going to be an Instagram reel. It is far too long for that. So instead it will be going to YouTube. But yeah, I'm looking around and I don't see any other small space hacks in here. So that's it. I will be back hopefully very soon with a new one. Bye, guys.